What's up, everyone? I've got another 250,000-mile car or Silverado 250,000-mile equivalent vehicle. This is my sister's 2002 Honda Accord 3-liter automatic. It is at 248,000 miles right now. I just got finished doing the oil change on it, checking it over, replaced a bulb, put a wiper blade on, topped off the washer fluid. You know, the basic Honda stuff. I'm just gonna go through and give you guys an overview of what all I've done to this car so far in the time that she's had it. The vehicle was purchased with approximately 170,000 miles. Had a pretty basic understanding of what the owner before had done to the vehicle, and that was some suspension work. But other than that, it's been really basic. He did the timing belt and water pump, so that's that doesn't need to be done until I think it's about 280,000 miles or so. So we're still pretty good there, but I did replace one brake caliper. So you can see the one there that's all rusty. That's the one that was actually replaced, unlike the original, which isn't rusting, but the original on this side seized up. So I put a brake caliper on it. If you've seen this video, if you've seen this car in my most popular video now, what happens when you drive on a flat tire, so you can see we got a little bit of a bent rim there from when that incident happened, but it's not enough to throw the wheel off balance. This one over here has a tiny little dent in it. You can't hardly see it, but these two wheels back here are original. The two wheels up in the front are replacements after that incident, and I'll link to that video in the little card here, as well as in the description, so you guys can watch that. But moving up towards the front of the vehicle, nothing's been touched on the exhaust system yet. That flex pipe there is original. The catalytic converters and oxygen sensors are original as well. We do have some oil leaking, that is for absolutely sure. It's not to the point though where it's leaving large puddles. It just drops every now and then. Like even while I've had it in the garage here for about an hour now, it still hasn't dropped anything on the ground, so I'm not too worried about it. But as you can see, it is wet underneath here, and I did verify that it is not the gasket on the oil filter adapter, so we know it's not that. I'm thinking it's either valve cover gaskets or a rear main seal, seeing as it seems to be coming from around the transmission area here. But ball joints are something you really want to keep an eye on these Hondas. Seen a lot of these cars on the side of the road with the wheel kind of falling off, and that's because these ball joints usually get neglected and then they completely pop out of their sockets. So if you develop any squeaking noises, make sure you have your ball joints checked and replaced as needed, because that will creep up on you if you don't know how to check them properly. So that's an issue that we've taken care of on here. I've done front brakes. As you can see, we had another caliper fail here. Our good old rusty caliper. Well, this one over here doesn't have rust, so we've done two brake calipers so far on this car. One of the axle shafts did develop a vibration under acceleration, and that was this driver's side axle. I'm sorry, not the driver's side, the passenger side axle there. So we did replace that. As you can see from that impact, also when the wheels were damaged, the exhaust took a hit as well, but it is not leaking. The power steering line up there is a little bit wet, but tighten the clamp up and that'll fix that problem. It's not even dripping, it's just a little wet. Everything else has been really solid on the car. It doesn't leak any transmission fluid, but like I was saying earlier, it does have several oil leaks, but it's not to the point where I really need to get them fixed, because it doesn't result in any low oil conditions, and the car still runs fine. It's not like it's puddling up. Again, nothing on the garage floor, and it's been in here for over an hour now, and we're still fine. These Primewell tires, I was really surprised. Normally Primewell tires will start to cup and chop by now, but these Primewell tires have actually done pretty well. They're wearing evenly, they're not cupping, they're not chopping so far, which has been pretty good. The back tires back here are gonna need some attention here pretty soon. Of course, when your tread gets lower like this, you're going to start to get objects in the tread. I thought I saw a little nail here somewhere. Yeah, there it is, right there. It's not actually causing a leak, but there's a little something there. And then on this tire over here, I believe this is another prime well. Yep, there we go, another good old prime well. This tire is cupping a little bit, but it's in the back and it's getting replaced soon anyway. And this thing also has a little chunk of something in it, but again, not leaking, so I'm not gonna bother with it, as this tire is gonna be replaced here soon. I'm not sure where it's at on this one here, but it was here somewhere. Yeah, whatever. And as you can see, nothing but the best here. We've got the rotation going the wrong way, so that's gonna have to be taken care of too. Had a door handle break here, replaced it, only to have the one on the other side break. I'm not exactly sure which one it is. I think it's this one that isn't opening anymore after our hard freeze here in St. Louis. We had some negative temperatures below zero, about 7 degrees below zero is where it got this coldest. Did have a little incident here where the vehicle was backed into a pickup truck, but was able to straighten it out, replace the tail lamp and pop the bumper back out. So that's still in good shape. Honda's in the rust, man. There's really nothing you can do about it, but it's just a little cosmetic thing. This is just a daily driver, an affordable daily driver. We got a little bit of damage up here in the front. Like I was saying, timing belt and water pump have been done within the last 100,000 miles, so it's still in good condition. We did replace an ignition coil. If you saw my video how to fix the misfire on this thing, there's an ignition coil right there. And did all new spark plugs while I was at it. Check engine light came on for an EGR flow code, and that turned out to be a clogged EGR flow passageway. It's a pretty easy fix though. You take the intake manifold off and use a metal clothes hanger, straighten it out, and you can clean all that crap out of there and it'll work just fine. Had a new battery put in for not too long ago. Again, cold weather things, it's always brings out the worst in cars, but that's pretty much it underneath the vehicle and around it. There you go, there's a look at it. Got a little dent in the fender here from another little incident, but you know, I gotta say, this has gotta be one of the best cars that we bought reliability wise. She had a Chevrolet Lumina before this, and that thing was just a huge piece of junk compared to this. And people wonder why Hondas have a better reputation. Well, here's why. Except for transmissions. Hopefully I didn't jinx myself. So I got the maintenance reminders reset. Oh, okay, I was a little off. It's 240,008 miles, not 248,000. So, sorry about that. Not 250,000, but 240,000. Anyway, still pretty good. But just listen to this engine purr. This engine is just so great. This is one of the things I like about engines with timing belts. They are generally so quiet. There's no chains rattling around in there, no chains to go bad in the case of GM in that Malibu. But yeah, you do have to service them every 100,000 miles or so. But you know, it's preventative maintenance, if you ask me. That's easily affordable. Water pump's done, the belt's done, everything's done, and these engines just run so perfectly and so quiet. I just absolutely love them. What a great engine this thing has. Okay guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. Give it a thumbs up if you did. And if you're looking for a good, reliable car that's going to last you a long time, take a look at these Honda Accords, especially the older ones. Keep in mind some of the newer ones had transmission problems, but this one has been a really, really good vehicle. A little beat up cosmetically and got a lot of miles on it and wear and tear, but you know what? It's a great car. Consistently gets in the mid-20s of fuel mileage and starts up every morning and does what it needs to do, like a Honda should. I'll see you guys in the next video.